Good morning and welcome to Rose Red Homestead, where today I'm very excited to share with you something that I think is just a great product that I never knew until earlier this week even existed. And because I didn't know it existed, of course, I assume that most people in the world don't know it exists, but that's a fallacy because probably many of you already know. And this goes very much to food security and emergency preparedness, and particularly for those of us who are trying to manage our weight by planning and incorporating into our diet nutrient-dense meals, which has, of course, been my project for the past 2 months, getting a new book out on nutrient-dense meals. And I'm happy to say that I am making great progress, and it should be out, if all goes well, it should be out sometime in early September, so keep your fingers crossed. The product that I am talking about is Soba Noodles, S-O-B-A, Soba Noodles. They are a product of Japan, and they're absolutely delightful. Here is a little packet of soba noodles. They are brown because they are made with buckwheat. Some are made with buckwheat and wheat together. Now, I could not find them in any of the grocery stores in our area. There are a couple of really fancy grocery stores that I don't usually go into in our larger town that's nearby. And they may have them, I don't know, but I just gave up after 2 or 3 stops and ordered these on Amazon. So this is what I got. Jim is going to come in close and get a good close-up of this packet. And I bought, this came in packets of 2. And they are grouped in individual serving portions. And this is how much one of those will make. And they are quite delicious. They have a sort of nutty flavor. The reason that I came across these in the first place was because I'm doing so much research for my nutrient-dense meals book. And I kept coming across soba noodles this and soba noodles that. And so I did my research and figured out what they were. These are imported from Japan. Over on the back, they have the nutrition facts in both Japanese and in English. And so I could kind of take a look at this and determine that this is called a serving size right here, 1/8 of this package. And this serving size, which really is enough for 2, you can just see that 310 calories is quite in line with most of our other pasta products that we have. But because I'm very interested in the nutrition facts, I also looked at several different sources for that. Now I'm sure that you can't read this, so I'm just going to let you know what the macronutrients are. Total fat is 1.5 grams. Total carbohydrates is 61 grams, and protein is 13 grams, and that's per packet of this size. So I began to wonder, well, are soba noodles really that much more nutritious? Are they better for us? And I did a little bit more research and found out quite a few things. I found some nutrient rundowns, and I compared soba noodles with egg noodles like spaghetti and that type of things that are made with eggs, called egg noodle family. So this is a comparison chart that I found online. And these are the egg noodles, these are the soba noodles. So, and it compared them on these things. Lower in sugar, that would be soba noodles. Lower in cholesterol, soba noodles. Lower in saturated fat, thank you, I'm trying to read upside down, soba noodles. And lower in a lower glycemic index, soba noodles. Now, on the egg noodle side, we have lower in sodium, and that compares quite favorably in favor of egg noodles. So it is there's about 6 times more sodium in soba noodles, but the amounts are so small that it doesn't even begin to reach the daily requirement, daily limit. Rich in minerals, the egg noodles win in this case, and then rich in vitamins, more vitamins here, although this has some vitamin D that this one doesn't have. So overall, if we look at the whole thing, and I read a lot more than what this little chart shows you, so here was the summary of that same article. So which food is preferable for your diet? A low-fat diet, that's going to be soba noodles. A low-carb diet, soba noodles. Low-calorie diet, soba noodles. And low glycemic index, if you're watching that, then it's soba. So what can you do with soba noodles? A ton. I can tell you from personal experience that there are hundreds of recipes for soba noodles out there on the internet. So I looked at dozens and dozens and kind of put this little salad that I'm going to make for you together from looking at a variety of things. But you have a lot of leeway of things that you can do. Traditionally, soba noodles are served either with dipping sauces or hot with vegetables the way and then or cold in salads the way that we're going to do. So most of the salad type recipes start with a bed of soba noodles, and I'm just going to take probably about half of what one of those little packets was and just kind of spread it around a plate. And these look so pretty. So here is, I'm going to put about 1/4 cup of the purple cabbage. And here are some grated carrots for a little more color. This is a little container that fits on the bottom of my box grater. So when I grate things, it just goes right into this little container. It's really great. And then I can even put it in the refrigerator if I need to. Then I bought a package of what is called steamables, and this is shelled edamame, and edamame is used a whole lot in Asian food as well, and especially with the soba noodles, and a lot with the nutrient-dense recipes. So I steamed these already, and then I put them back in the refrigerator so that they would be cold. So these have been steamed. Just a little helping there. Okay, and then I'm just going to take some of these scallions, or in other words, green onions, and sprinkle over the top. And I sliced some of the green stems on the scallions in little thin strips to sort of make it look interesting. And then to top it off, I have some shrimp that's on ice right here. And I'm going to put, because I want to keep the calories low, I'm just going to put 4 and a lime slice. Isn't that pretty? And I guess I could put these over the top if I want to be real creative. And then here is the dressing, and I will give you this recipe, but it's very Asian. It has soy sauce, rice vinegar, it has some grated fresh ginger, and it also has sesame oil, and then it has some brown sugar and honey. So I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of this dressing over the top. I don't want a lot of dressing because I'm keeping the calories down. And with shrimp this size, and not the big jumbo shrimp, I'm experimenting with the size of shrimp, and I haven't really decided yet. This salad is about 360 calories, this whole entire salad. So you can either leave it so that it is in individual places like this, or you can just stir it up like this with the dressing and mix it up. And I don't know which I like better. You get the same food. It just depends if you like your food individualized or all mixed together. And I'm just going to take a little bite of this, let you know how it tastes. I've tasted the soba noodles, and they are just absolutely wonderful. Oh my goodness. That dressing, whoa, That dressing just tops it off beautifully. It's wonderful. A great salad, very filling, with very few calories. So for my future, I'm going to be using soba noodles a lot. In place of spaghetti, in place of egg noodle type pasta, I think it only comes like spaghetti. So I can't substitute everything for it, but I'm going to be substituting soba noodles because of the characteristics that we've talked about. So I hope this is useful for you. I hope that you, if you have not already tried soba noodles, that you will, because they're fantastic and they're so good for us. And especially for those of us that are working on our food plans and managing our weight. Thank you so much for being with us. It's a beautiful end of summer day here. Things are starting to cool off, for which we are very grateful. And we encourage you to subscribe if you have not already. And thank you, thank you, thank you for being a part of our community. We love our community. It is a great learning exchange for all of us, and we appreciate the comments. While we don't get to answer every single comment, we skim through them and we answer a lot of them. Jim is doing great work, doing most of the answering now while I'm working on our cookbook. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you very soon for another video.